Good evening, America. I would like to announce on this Tuesday evening that I shall be embarking on a continuation of my Reality Bites 2 script. Let's start at the scene of the bar. Troy is up on stage playing some songs with his band, and Michael is having some drinks with Vicky and Leilana. Troy finishes the set and begins talking to Michael, Leilana, and Vicky. My version of this scene is a rewrite, embellished by me to reflect my romantic and narcissistic desires. Excuse me, Leilana, what is Troy doing here? Or what is Michael doing here? He decided to drop in. I said, Michael, I'm here to play Leilana and I to New York City. I edited her documentary and I would like to premiere it at a different theater there. At different theaters there. I didn't agree to that. I thought after seeing what I did with your documentary, you would most certainly be interested in going with me to New York City to give people an opportunity to see what a wonderful filmmaker you are. I don't like what you have done with it at all. You edited out the parts that are supposed to show the dramatic arc of my happiness, sadness, inner searchings, yearnings, life goals, romantic longings, and philosophical ruminations, and sensationalize it to make it marketable to Philistines. When the checks start coming in, I think you'll be more than happy with my product, I'm sure. My artistic integrity is the most valuable commodity there is. I know I'm going to be able to succeed with this eventually. If you stick with me, I can guarantee you instant success. I'm looking for artistic success. If I can achieve that, the money will follow. What about me? Go with me and you will travel the world with my rock band. So far, you have only toured the local coffee houses. All of a sudden, a former lover of Leilana shows up to speak to them. His name is Mike Meyer, and he has come to try to get the romance started again. Hi, Leilana. Mike? I don't believe my eyes. You don't think I forgot? You didn't think I forgot about you, do you? I haven't forgotten about you, Mike. So, how have you been? Who is this guy? Oh, pardon me, Troy. This is Mike. We go way back. What do you do, Mike? I'm in a rock band. And I run a theater company. This evening, we are going to be putting on a performance of William Shakespeare plays. Would you like to come? Sure, I would. I would like to tell you people something else that is very interesting. You people are archetypal characters in a script. The real life characters who portray you can be visited if you come with me. Really? Yes, it's a fact. In real life, my character is being played by a guy who also has his name Mike Meyer. The Leilana Pierce character is being played by Winona Ryder. In real life, Mike Meyer is very close to realizing his dream of meeting Winona Ryder. The woman he feels that he is preordained to consummate his love with. The consummation of his love would confer immortality to both of them. True love has that power. Let's go see the play tonight. Are you people with me on this? Everybody nods their approval and they go to see the performance. Here's an excerpt from it. They thoroughly enjoyed the William Shakespeare performances that evening and they gathered in front of the theater, known as the Mystic Woods Theater. To discuss a play that they had just seen. Mike walks up to Leilana to talk to her about it. So, Leilana, how do you like it? I thought it was spectacular. Particularly, I enjoyed the Romeo and Juliet performance so much. I agree. It's amazing how they spoke in that era. The sophistication of their social interaction. was incredible. To actually speak to each other in poetic phrases, a person would have to be, I would think, acutely brilliant. To always have a statement or a response ready in a poetic form. How about it to have poetry flowing out of you so easily seems so impressive? Do you have any favorite line that was spoken in that play? I like when Juliet starts to say that she is tempted to take back the love that she has given to Romeo. I like that too. The implication is that when love is taken back from a person and then given to them again, it is such a sublimely and gloriously numinous and pleasurable feeling to get um, the love that you lost back. It's like she took it away just so they could both feel the pleasure to rediscover each other. That's a genius of William Shakespeare. He understands the human psyche. Mike, it is so nice to be with a person who you can have a profound conversation with. And you love rock and roll, and I'm so glad you returned to me. Yeah, it's so cool, Ilana. We both love the same kind of music. And we both love literature that was written centuries ago. Our love is immortal, and it crosses the boundaries of time. Boundaries that for us are only gateways into new corridors of enlightenment to explore. Would you like to stay for the encore presentation? Definitely. This is so wonderful. Mike and Leilani stay for the encore presentation as the rest of the people went home. Mike and Leilani thoroughly enjoyed the encore presentation of William Shakespeare plays and went back to Mike's condominium in San Francisco. His condominium is a beautiful building architecturally, with its ornate windows that overlook the Bay Bridge. Mike looks into Leilana's brown eyes and speaks to her. Is this not a lovely view of the Golden Gate Bridge, Leilana? Or you could call it the Bay Bridge, whatever the fuck you want to call it. That it is, Mike. I look out the window at night and remember some of the great nights we spent together under the Bay Bridge, embracing each other, staring at each other's eyes. It was as we felt a union of souls. The love that we felt for each other was something that was communicated to each other with our eyes, and something that we both felt was innate to our being. Those were enchanting nights, Mike. I want that back, Leilana. That feeling of being so profoundly in love. I'm stuck in Texas, Mike. You are not stuck in Texas, Leilana. Move to San Francisco. How do you propose I do that? How would you like to be an actress in my productions of William Shakespeare plays? I don't have any experience acting. I think you would be great if you tried it out. You could practice with me tonight in my condominium. I would have to leave some friends behind. Life is full of compromises, Leilana. I think you would make a lot of new friends in San Francisco. I'll have to think it over. It's a big life decision. Leilana finds a box in Mike's condominium with pictures of them by the Bay Bridge where they were in their 20s, when they were in their 20s. Wow, Mike. He gives some great pictures of us from the past. What great memories these are. We look so young. Look at how happy we look, Leilana. San Francisco is such a place for romance. Maybe I will move back here, Mike. I'll try acting, but I also want to continue my career as a documentarian. You'll be able to. Okay. Let's do some acting. I'm ready. Yeah, let's. That great feeling is coming back to me. I'm so glad you came back into my life. Mike and Leilana performed some dialogue from Romeo and Juliet. Mike and Leilana thoroughly enjoyed practicing the Romeo and Juliet dialogue. That was so beautiful, Leilana. You seem to have a natural gift for acting. This is a surprise to me. I've been a documentarian in my career. I didn't realize how much I was going to love acting. Something that I've found in acting is a way to really get to know yourself. I agree with that, Winona. You can have a dialogue with yourself and probe the innermost depths of your soul. And that way, it gives me a way to explore emotions in myself, both good and bad, and find stability. It's a wonderful thing. I agree. I have a question for you, Leilana. As a documentarian, what is the artistic essence of what you want to capture on film? I'm fascinated by providing other people a glimpse of other people's lives. It's fascinating for me to think that as I am experiencing many different things, other people are also experiencing a variety of things. Our lifelines may sometimes cross, and when they do, they can form a whole new lifeline that presents itself with a new series of events that a person may identify as being good or bad. Whether or not life experiences are good or bad is in many ways subjective and is unique to he or she who experiences them. Do you think that there is such a thing as an ideal life that was perfectly lived with no mistakes? No. Mistakes could be the subconscious actually advising us to make better decisions. You have to get to know your subconscious if you want to live your happiest possible life. That's where your wisest, most evolved self resides. I've also heard that it's where dreams are born. It is. I'm a person with a lot of curiosity. It's a feeling, it's fascinating to know what other people's histories are, life histories are. The thought of what some person was doing many years ago while I was living my life in tandem with, but a different place, is fascinating to me. It's fascinating to me too, Leilana. The real life Mike Meyer who portrays me likes to watch movies that were filmed in San Francisco in the 70s and 80s and think about what Winona Ryder was doing at the exact moment of a particular scene that he is watching. He knows from documentaries that he has seen of her that she lived in Petaluma, California. He likes to imagine what she may have been doing at exact moments of scenes he is watching that were filmed nearby during that era. So ponder that. That is fascinating. Yeah, I think that it's a beautiful obsession. That's somebody who feels a deep connection to another person. I think that romance is built on obsession. Do you want to practice more Romeo and Juliet? Yeah, let's. Wonderful. Let's perform the play. Mike and Leilana practiced again. Mike and Leilana thoroughly enjoyed their performing of Romeo and Juliet and looked at each other with passion in their eyes. I really hope you decide to live in San Francisco with me, Leilana. Believe me, Mike, I want to, but I'm contractually bound to a series of documentaries that I'm producing about saving the American buffalo. That is a noble cause, Leilana. The American buffalo is such an icon. Could you produce these documentaries while you're still living with me in San Francisco? They seem to want me to be in Texas as a resident for now, so that I can gain an understanding of the collective psyche of the Texas people and how it relates to the American buffalo. Yeah, I think the American buffalo holds a kind of spiritual significance to it that enlightens the people of Texas with a feeling of connectedness to a reality that transcends time and space. Yes, I agree. Within this reality, they can see colors never seen by human eyes, feel emotions never felt by human minds, touch things never felt by human skin, and hear things never heard by human ears. Yes, they can. It is so beautiful. Yes, it is. But if you come with me, Layla, uh, I can introduce you to the people of San Francisco who can introduce you to transcendent pleasures of the mind, body, spirit, and soul that can be accessed through traveling to a higher plane of existence by profound love. So, ponder that. Yes, but that would be exciting. I wish I didn't feel stuck here. I want you so much, Lila. Do you want to practice more William Shakespeare? Sure. How about Romeo and Juliet? Sure. Mike and Leilana practice again. Here's an exit from it. So now I get my Romeo and Juliet, Shakespeare, and okay. So okay, Romeo and Juliet, Scene 2, Act 2, Scene 2 in Capulet's Orchard. Enter Romeo. He just has scars that never felt a wound. Enter Juliet above the window, but soft. What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east. And Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon who's already sick and pale with grief. That thou art made art more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that you knew she were. See, she speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that her eye discourses? I will answer. I'm too bold. Two of the fairest stars in all of heaven, having some business, do entreat her eyes till they twinkle in their spheres. What if her eyes were there? They in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shade those stars as daylight doth the land, would through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon that hand? Upon her hand? Oh, that were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious as this night being over my head as is a winged messenger of heaven under the upturned wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him. When he bestrides the lazy pacing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air. Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Is not the father refuse thy name? Or if thou wilt not be but sworn by love, and I no longer be a Capulet. Shall I hear more? Shall I speak of this? 'Tis but thy name that is my enemy, thou with thyself, not a Montague. What's a Montague? Is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, or any other part belonging to man. I'll be some other name. What's in a name? That we should call Rose by another name would sound sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that their perfection which he owes without the title. Romeo doth the name of brother. Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear that tips with silver all those fruit tree tops. Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable. What shall I swear by? Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry. Meyer said, well, do not swear, although joy in thee. I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning, which shall cease to be, ere one could say it lightened, sweet good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauty as flower when next we meet. Good night, as sweet repose and rest come to my heart, as I would. Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied? What satisfaction canst thou have tonight? The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine. I gave thee mine. Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love? But to be frank, to give it thee again. And yet I wish for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love is deep. The more I have, the more to give to thee. Or the more I give to thee, the more I have. For both are infinite. I hear some noise within. Dear love, do us not good nurse. Sweet Montague, be true. Say but a little. Oh, blessed, blessed night. I am afeard being a night, all this is but a dream, too flattering, sweet to be substantial. 1,000 times good night, 1,000 times the words to want thy light. Love goes towards love with girls from their books, but love from love towards school with heavy lux. I'm just going to the end of the play now. Let's see. Give me that mattock and the wrenching iron. Oh, take this letter early in the morning. See thou deliver it to my father. Give me the light upon thy life, I charge thee. Whatever thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof, and do not interrupt me in my course. Why I descend into this bed of death is partly to behold my lady's face, but chiefly to take thence from her dead finger a precious ring, a ring that I must use in dear employment, therefore hence be gone. But if thou jealous dost return to pry what I farther shall intend to do, by heaven I will tear thee joint by joint, and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs. The time and my intents are savage wilds, more fierce and more inexorable than empty tigers or the roaring sea. I'll be gone, sir, and not trouble you. So shalt thou show me friendship, take thou that. Live and be prosperous, and farewell, a good fellow, as for all the same. Go right to the end of the play. This letter doth make good the friar's words, their course of love, their tidings of her death, and here he writes that he did buy a poison of a poor apothecary, and therewithal came to this vault to die and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your aids, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love, and I, for winking at your discourse, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished. Oh, brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand. But I can give you more. For I will raise her statue in pure gold, that whiles Verona by that name is known. There shall no figure be at such rate be set as that of true and faithful Juliet. As rich shall Romeo by his ladies lie, poor sacrifices of our enmity. A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this, of Juliet and a Romeo.